after a night of partying. I can't say it.
Par- My
After a night
girl
out.
wants to party all the time.
Yeah, party. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas, Double D. How's it going?
Buddy, it's going great.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Be more enthusiastic, buddy. It's the weekend when we're recording this. The geese are fighting outside. Life is great.
Yeah, it can be. Let's see.
How's your week, buddy?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
But and I'm exhausted this week too.
Ugh.
So
Need another trip to Mexico.
No, that's not what I need. Okay. So how was your week?
Well, the week was kind of boring, but this weekend coming up is my sweet baby brother's birthday. So I just want to say a shout out to my brother and happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, brother.
And we'll be going out of town for that. We'll be doing a little sightseeing, a little bar hopping, all that good stuff. All the good
Great.
birthday stuff.
Good. Make sure you guys stay safe and stay away from the man in the van. He's out there creeping again.
Well, we won't be in the Castro, so hopefully this version of the man in the van's a little bit easier to bypass.
I doubt it.
We won't have Charles there to get us in trouble. So, buddy, what do you got for us this week? I'm on pins and needles.
Well, I have been following this case of Karen Reed.
Oh.
Now, Karen Reed is from Boston. We love Boston.
Boston.
Yes.
Ba.
We love Boston. And apparently back in 2022, Karen and her boyfriend went out on, a bar hopping, adventure with their friends.
Oh, no. Better start taking notes.
Right, exactly. And, well, her boyfriend didn't make it through the rest of the night.
Oh,
he ended up dead on the street in front of a friend's house. And so she is being charged with his murder. Okay, so let me kind of dial it back for you and let me know what happened here. So, like I said, January 2022, this is the height of the COVID startup of lockdown and everything. Well, wait a minute, that was 2020 or 2022? I don't know. It was COVID. And they were all out drinking with friends. After a night out, apparently, she drove her boyfriend, and his name is John O'Keefe, okay? She drove her boyfriend to another friend's home and dropped him off, supposedly. Now, they, again, were going to this friend's house after bar hopping, and they were going to end up there and, finish out the night. Well, again, he didn't get into the house, apparently. The next morning, she wakes up. He's not home. She starts frantically calling people to see, hey, where is he? Whatever. And everybody's like, no, he never even came. We thought he went home. He never came in. And so she was like, oh my God, what happened? I dropped him off, Then she goes back to the place and they're searching and everything, looking for him, find him on the ground.
Ooh. Dead.
It looks like he had got hit or something happened, right?
Mm.
And they ended up, like I said, he was in the front of the yard of the friend's home. And yeah, so she had called her other friends and they were searching and they found him. And ended up, her car had like broken headlights, rear lights and everything in the back.
Yeah.
So everyone is like, well, wait a minute. Did she hit him or what happened? Apparently they were arguing and, because she didn't want him to go to the party. Now, also, he is a police officer, was a police officer.
There you go.
Yeah. And they're saying that she intentionally hit him with the car. All right. Boston, it was snowy. It was a big storm coming that night. And so she has been on trial. She's now about to do another trial coming up this current week. And she, there are a lot of supporters for her
Oh.
saying that she was set up, because she is saying that the family that she dropped her boyfriend off to is just like this, because Boston got those big old mob families and everything.
Mhm.
She is saying that that family is the one that killed him, that
Oh.
beat him up and did everything. And they're covering it up, and they're making it seem like, and setting her up and saying that she's the one that did it. So they're going back and forth and everything like that. The first trial was a mistrial. So now she's doing, no, I think it was a hung jury. I apologize. Mistrial, hung jury, whatever. Either way. Why do they call it hung jury?
This isn't
That
court
jury,
TV, people, please.
this jury was hung. so, so I guess a hung jury means they couldn't reach a decision. So now they're doing a retrial for her. Her defense claims she's being framed. She's pointing out potential evidence of cover up by law enforcement, because all these other friends were police officers as well. Okay.
Mm.
Boston police office. Okay. So now, again, this has been a huge case in Boston. And I watched it on, that 2020 as well.
Mhm.
And I was like, wait a minute. Wow, this is crazy. How are you going to just roll over your boyfriend, in the middle of the street during a storm? So they are going to be retrying her this week. So now the key points are is that it's conflicting evidence. Yes, she had a broken tail light, and it looks like he did get beat up.
Mhm.
But was it beat up, or was it hit by a car? You know, it was, no one was really kind of, giving really a lot of evidence for it. And for his point, John was a great guy. It looks like he was a really nice man. He was in a family that his sister died of cancer. And
Mm.
this is really, really sad. His sister died of cancer. He took in her kids who are young and started raising them.
Aw.
Okay. And being a part of the family. And they obviously has loved him and everything. And uh, um, it's really sad that now they're without him as well. So
Right.
now his brother is taking care of the kids. Um, he, again, Boston police officer, really, tight knit family growing up. And he and Karen had an on again, off again relationship. And apparently he was looking to break it off again.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And of course, she was like, no, we're not doing all that. I see how you're going to break it off. I'm going to roll it over you. um, So their team is bringing up the fact that there is other evidence that there is not being put out, that she is being set up by the family, that not his family, but the police family that was in the house. And
Mm.
again, it's all this, speculation and everything. When when the police came to the scene, she was all frantic, and you can even see it in the video. Did I hit him? Oh my God. She was saying things like that,
Yeah.
and so people are trying to say that she knew that she hit him, because she was saying those type of things. And how do you not know that you hit somebody? When you're driving off or whatnot. But it's all very strange of how it happened. I kind of believe her. I don't know. It's very interesting to see, and they are having some compelling evidence to support the fact that she didn't do it, and it could be the Boston mob that
Right.
found that did it. And so we're going to continue to see, and they have supporters out there, and that's what the family is like. They can't believe that these people out here supporting her with posters and saying that she is innocent and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good for her. But the poor guy, they are just dragging him and his family through the mud.
Hmm.
So again, there it's going to be an interesting week. The trial is coming up again this week, so I'm going to be on pins and needles, just like the Johnny Depp trial.
Oh, no. As long as
I
someone's
hope they
not messing in
televise
the bed.
it. Oh my God, why would she do that? Her problem, okay?
Some
So
people are just into that.
I guess so. Yeah. So you keep a watch on that. I might have a little follow up for you on what's going to happen, but um, basically, she's back on trial for it, and we'll figure out if she's going to go to trial for murder, get sent away for murder, or what's going to happen. But this all happened within a span of like 5 hours that night.
Yeah.
Where they and oh yeah, forgot to tell you the text messages and you're a fucking liar and just all this crazy stuff that was going on that night when it happened. But it's interesting to see the support that she's getting, and I wonder if it would have been the same if it were a man. If
Hmm.
if they would have been looking at the same way if he had ran over his girlfriend. Uh,
Right.
so it was interesting, and the poor man laid out there in the snow, like I said, for all those hours,
Right.
dead on the street. And so they're trying to say that the injuries that he had don't match up to getting hit by a car, and being hit by a car, and the way he looked, it didn't match up because again, she was parked. And how did, she had to get a running start,
Well, are they
you
saying
know?
that the police like planted evidence too? Like, wasn't there some with
Right.
the tail light?
Yeah, that's what they say. It's like all of a sudden there was the tail light stuff on the ground
Hmm.
around the area and everything. Again, the friends that were at that house, the owner of the house, they are all police officers. And they're trying to say that it was actually them that did it. But they were like, well, he never even came in the house.
Right.
So, so yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's very interesting. You get a chance to watch the 2020 episode. Watch that; it's really good, as well as read all the articles on it. I'll be keeping a watch on it this week and update you later.
Well, I thought it was interesting. So the friend that she called to go with her to look for him,
Hmm.
they found on her cell phone Google searches. One of the Google searches that they're saying happened at 2 in the morning, which is before when they found his body, was how long does it take for someone to die in the cold? So it's like,
Right.
oh,
Yes. Now, mind you, she was at the party,
right,
right?
right.
And but,
The
Karen,
friend, yeah,
the friend
right,
was at the party. One of those people that, yeah, they're saying was a part of it. So why are you googling something like that? You know,
right,
it's everyone had something on their phone or had something weird going on that night. And of course, they have surveillance cameras from when everybody was leaving the party, and everybody looked, pretty cool, pretty happy. He was leaving with a glass of beer or something in his
yes,
as walking out and everything. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is Boston, not Vegas. And so everybody seemed like they were having a good time. But again, you don't know what happened when, they got back there. So it's going to be very interesting. I always Google how to, dump a dead body somewhere. I gotta, is there any way how you can dump all those searches?
right.
Are they,
That's
or is it out there forever?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, what like forensics they're calling it, like where they can pull up all your search history and that. Plus,
Oh
everyone
my
has like
God.
a door camera now, or a lot of people have door cameras. So it's like
I do.
you can't even bump someone off in front of a house because you might get recorded. You know?
Exactly. Somebody's like, hey, what is that around there?
Right.
Right, right. So yeah, you can't do anything nowadays.
Mm, Big Brother's
It's
watching.
cameras. It's cameras everywhere. But for this one, oddly enough, they didn't have. They don't see any door cameras or anything like any surveillance
Mm.
from the house, which is strange. I'm like, this is a police house, but I'm pretty sure they do have some kind of cameras, and they're going to come out with all of that evidence. But yeah, so her trial is going to be happening this week. Keep a watch on that. We'll probably give the viewers an update if anyone can't follow it. We'll definitely follow it for you.
Yeah, please, because I can't follow it.
You can if you want to. So, what advice do you have for us this week?
Well, after that chilling tale there, I do have some good ones here that would probably, give us a reason to bump off our
Mm,
significant others. So, as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should
no,
not be taken seriously. But
never.
but what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night. We didn't get hit by anybody
No.
with a white van. And we can lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
So today we're going to be pulling our questions from Reddit's advice in Am I the Asshole category.
You are.
Thanks. Just keep that van away from me. If you would like us to answer your request for advice, please DM us on our socials or comment. Maybe your question will appear on our next episode.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
get into it.
So let's go on here. The first one is my wife will no longer let me pursue my hobbies.
Oh, I thought we were going down a different trail here. Okay, go ahead.
So this is a 31-year-old male writing about his 37-year-old female wife. Exactly as the title implies, she says I'm not allowed to pursue my own hobbies anymore as they are unhealthy. Before marriage, 7 months ago, I was interested in all sorts of things, playing video games for at least a few hours per week, collecting Star Wars figures, uh, painting Warhammer 40K, etc. These are things I had done since my early teens. I mean, already sounds like the perfect guy for me, but
I was gonna say that sounds like your twin.
right. My wife wanted us to make healthy lifestyle changes after our marriage, which at first
As we should.
they took as just eating healthier, exercising, etc. I was totally on board for it. Everything was fine until I went down to the basement one day and noticed all my Star Wars figures gone from the display shelf. All that
Oh,
remained were some limbs from a few of the
oh,
figures.
oh, no, 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 no. Okay, keep going.
My wife was at work, so I sent her a text asking what happened to them. In the meantime, I rummaged through all the garbage and finally found the figures in the bigger garbage next to the garage. Most of the cards were torn up and the figures dismembered, while others were completely burned or melted. I took a picture and sent it to her asking if she did it. I mean, just sounds insane, first off, but that.
That's oh my God, keep going. My pressure is going up. All right, go
Right.
ahead.
That night,
Ooh.
after not replying to any of my texts, I confronted her. It turned into a huge argument about how my hobbies are immature and that she was repulsed by them, even threatening to not have sex with me until I gave them up. In the heat of the moment, I agreed with her, if only to get her to stop yelling at me. We haven't talked about it since, and I've unfortunately been abiding by her rules for the past 7 months. Though I've been secretly playing video games, buying figures, etc., she only found out about it one time and she destroyed it immediately. I
You
can't keep
kidding?
this. I know, insane. I can't keep this up any longer. I want to have my own hobbies without her getting upset. What is the best way to bring the subject up again, and how can I let her know how much my hobbies mean to me?
You need to Google how to kill your wife.
How to back into somebody and make it look like an
Uh,
accident.
uh, Say it's the action figures. They did it. Are you kidding me?
Right.
First of all, you and I know how we feel about
And
how we feel about our collections of
yeah,
things. Yeah,
all my little
I've
toys.
got them as well. I've got all my Hannibal Lecter toys and dolls and stuff. I am absolutely appalled that this happened to him, and how horrible
Right.
for her to do that. That bitch is controlling.
Right.
He needs to leave her. Period. There is no. Let's talk it out. Leave her. That is freaking ridiculous. She better be happy she's not on a milk carton somewhere. Oh, I'm so disgusted right now. Burned his stuff.
Yeah, not even just
Melt
simply threw it away.
Star Wars?
Right.
Are you trying to tell me she threw away Darth Vader? I'm looking at my Darth Vader doll now and I'm just like, if anybody.
Maybe she
If,
was more into the rebels, you know? Maybe
okay, well,
she
the
didn't like the dark
rebels,
side.
can you not like the dark side? I mean, come on. I cannot. I'm so sorry for that man. I feel for him. That is horrible.
Yeah.
He should leave her. Isn't she like 8 years older than him? Anyway, did you say he was
Uh
31 and she was like 38?
no, she's 37, so 6 years older.
Okay. Well, she's an old person, and that's he needs to leave her. First of all, dump her body somewhere, and then say she left. I don't know.
I mean, a
I
jury would find him innocent when he shows the
Of
pictures of his
course,
figures.
of course. As soon as they say she burned his stuff, his Star Wars collection, they'd be like, psh, bruh, you did what you were supposed to do. Dismissed. Jury dismissed. You're dismissed. All charges are dropped. If I was the judge, as soon as why is this even in my court? Why are we here?
Yeah.
I apologize for wasting your time. You did what needed to be done.
I mean, this is why I'm single. I mean, you can't trust nobody anymore.
Right?
First thing you know, they're all sweet. And next thing you know, they're burning all your toys.
Touching them, just anything. Like, hey, whoa. That's just for looks. You don't touch anything. Even I get nervous when I'm dusting and cleaning. I'm like, oh crap.
Right.
You know, Ah,
This is, and
it,
so, I mean, this is like, gets me to think like people who stay in relationships thinking that once that they're married, so you get people that are marrying other people or trying to get with them because they think
that's what you
like,
do when you get married.
yeah, well, like you think down the line you can just mold them or change the person into who you
Yeah,
want them to
because
be, which is
yeah,
insane.
because she knew he had to have had this. You don't start this type of thing.
Right.
It's something that you've done in your entire life. For me, it used to be dolls when I was a kid and everything. And as you get older, that still happens. You still have that. So she knew about his collection.
Right.
When they got married. So it's not a surprise. Could you imagine? Uh,
Oh yeah,
I
no.
still have my Britney Spears toy stage doll,
Yes.
nicely wrapped up, and it still plays. My loneliness is killing me. I'm
And
like, could you imagine somebody? I even have those 4 freaking NSYNC dolls.
oh, the puppet ones.
Yes, I know. Could you imagine if somebody threw all that away?
Oh,
Sure, I keep Justin to the side, but I haven't thrown him away.
keep Brittany over here and Justin over here.
Exactly. And I usually have a little concert for them. That poor man. I feel so sorry for him. But you need to leave her. Long story short, leave her.
Well, I do have an update. We don't always get updates in these stories, but
Oh, good.
they
Oh,
are
you just kept me on pins and needles.
they are getting divorced. That's the
Yes.
update.
Good. Good job, buddy. Good job.
I think
Woo.
I think she's agreed to pay back also what he lost in those figures that she broke
Right.
and burned. So, but yeah,
Good.
He saw the light and is
He
leaving
good.
her.
Good. Good job. Let's get him on the show. Be a part of our little fan club here. All right.
Our new podcast of therapy sessions.
Yes. Woo. Okay.
All right.
All right. That
So
was good. Thank you.
yeah,
Another
no.
happy ending.
Well, I don't know if this one has a happy ending. This one is, am I the asshole for not opening the door to unannounced family visitors? So yeah, I got some
Okay. I love
opinions.
it already. I love it already.
Where I'm from, people visit each other without any previous communication. The
What?
host, yeah,
I
the
gotta take
host,
some. Let me take some meds first to get through this one.
right? The host then has to stop everything they're doing and receive them, especially if they're from the family. I believe it's disrespectful to visit someone without justification and or a previous agreement. I know it's a culture of the country, but for me, it's like the visitors saying, I know you have nothing better to do, so just drop it all and attend to me,
Oh,
disregarding any work or chore I may be doing. I've made it clear to my family that I'm strict with this. And even if I'm just watching a movie, playing video games, or looking at my cat, if you didn't take the consideration of notifying me in advance, it doesn't matter if you're a few blocks away, coming from a different country, or from Mars. If you didn't text or call me in preparation to your arrival, you'll be left outside, doors shut. I love it.
thank you. Period. End of story. Exactly.
So,
Do not just show up my door unannounced.
right.
First of all, people don't know where I live, so you just don't show up unannounced.
You Dude, we can't even show up to your place even if we wanted to announce it. We don't know where you live.
Exactly.
So
I have a doormat. Did you call first?
contact information on it.
Okay.
A few days ago, my mother told me a cousin of mine came from a very faraway country and he was going to my house in 2 days. I warned her that I wouldn't be able to receive them because I would be working. I work from home. Plus, I didn't wish to dedicate any time to them because my cousin didn't give me the dignity of knowing he was coming to the country beforehand. I didn't even know he had been around for like a week. I told my mother, do not come. I will not open the door. I'm really sorry, but no. Long story short, they came to my door anyway. I saw my mother, father, and cousin in the security camera and heard them calling me. I let them sit there under the sun for half an hour until they gave up and left. It's,
Yes.
it's incredibly,
Wonderful.
you love to hear it. It's,
I love it.
it's incredibly important for me that my word is respected. If I said don't come, my wishes need to be respected or you'll be left outside. I love my family and friends, but they need to respect me. This I show up first and tell you later culture is way beneath me, and I'm the asshole for enforcing this personal rule. Question mark. Uh, Before this,
No.
some family members also came from abroad and surprised me with a call saying that they were on the beach and for me to go. I'm not 9 years old. Plus, I didn't even know they were nearby. You can't just ask me to go to the beach on a weekday in the afternoon. Please dignify me by planning in advance. It's not that hard. Of course, I declined the invitation and politely let them know why I won't just drop everything and go to the beach with them. Am I the asshole?
No, you are not. You are a wonderful human being, is what you are. Okay. First of all, where does he live that people just, show up like that?
I
I,
mean,
I've,
yeah, he
I'm
doesn't
like,
say, but it happens here in the US.
I cannot. No,
Yeah,
that is rude. First of all, I don't care if you are family or friends. You don't just show up over somebody's house
right.
at their door. Hey, Billy, knocking on the door without calling first. That is rude.
Right.
Okay. It's even rude when you tell me you're on the way.
How dare
And
you?
I love that he was still sitting in the house while they were knocking at the door.
Yes.
I love it. Watching him on the camera. That's amazing. But yeah, that's crazy. Why would you do that to people? You know? So no, he's not the asshole. Respect my space, my boundaries. Respect me. Do not just show up at my door. Again, that's why people don't know where I live. I'm in the witness protection program.
I mean, and like I've had, and I don't know if you've had, but I've had friends and family like, oh yeah, come over whenever you want, kind of thing. And like I wouldn't even mentally even fathom just showing up at someone's house and being like,
Yes, I have a friend
hey,
that says that all the time. And she's like, "Yeah, you can come over anytime you want." And I'm like, "No, no, I need to. You need to tell me, what day, what time
right,
to come over." She's like, "No, you could just." I'm like, again, you just don't do that,
right,
okay? And again, maybe it's just people are saying, "Yeah, you can come over anytime," and obviously, call me and let me know. But no, it's the way people are saying it. No, you can just come over.
yeah,
Yeah, no, you can't.
right. I will call you no
No,
matter what you say because I don't want to show up to you banging somebody,
uh, why
drop
is it always got to be that dramatic?
dropping the kids off at the pool, you know?
All of that extra stuff. But yeah, no, that's that's rude. That's just you're not respecting people's boundaries and everything. And so don't just show up. That's Could you imagine
Oh,
uh, somebody knocking at your door right now? I'm looking at the ring cam. They're looking at me.
that actually happened to me when I moved to this place. Some
Hmm.
family just showed up unannounced and I was sick. And like I was like kind of out of it. I was on medication and that. And like I let them in, but the whole time I'm like, what is going on? Like I thought someone had died. Like, why is everyone like rushing over here kind of thing? And like,
Oh, let me
half
just
out
go
of it.
over.
Yeah. Half out of
Who
it. I was like,
does
I'm
that?
really sorry. I
But you guys got to go.
yeah. Now I know this is not emergency. Have fun. Goodbye.
Wow. could, could you imagine getting that buzzer?
And I mean, because I live in a complex, so there is a buzzer, and I've had people randomly buzz sometimes in the middle of the night, whatever. Like, I guess it's just all part of what this is. But I'm like, I don't even answer the buzzer. Like, if you don't
Of
call me in
course.
advance and let me know you're
That's how
coming,
people get in and murder the whole entire
right,
complex because some weirdo just let them in. Like,
right,
why would you let them in? Oh, I thought it was my DoorDash.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
That's crazy.
that's crazy, but that's all that I had for today.
I think that was enough. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you
Um,
again, everyone. Thank you for watching, listening, joining us, sharing, commenting. Love the comments, love the insight that people give, their point of view. So, I mean, please let us know what you felt about our topics and if you think Miss Reed is innocent or not.
she's innocent.
Free Reed.
Free her. Free Karen. Free Karen.
Well, on that note, Franklin, anything to take us out on today?
Don't come to my door unannounced.
Amen.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.